Hello students, welcome to Chem Expert classes. I hope you all are doing amazing. So today I have brought another session for you all. This is the third video on this sample paper given by CBSE. I have already discussed two parts of this sample paper in the previous videos. If you haven't watched that video, I will highly recommend to go and watch those two videos first. There are very important questions over there and as well in this one. Alright, so let us just begin with the video, and we are going to solve section B in this video as section A has already been solved. If you guys have any doubts related to any question solved in this video or the previous videos, you can directly put them in the comment section. I will definitely solve those doubts before exams. Now let us begin with the session. So section B is going to have 24 questions in total, out of which you only have to attempt 20 questions. These questions are extremely important as section B is going to have assertion reasoning questions as well. Alright, and mind you, these questions are given by CBSE and hence are very important. There are high chances that you will get these questions in your exam. So please watch this video very carefully. Now coming to the first question, which is, a metal carbonate on treatment with mineral acid liberates a gas which when passed through aqueous solution of a substance Y gives back X. The substance Y on reaction with a gas obtained at the anode during electrolysis of brine gives a compound Z, which can decolorize fabrics. The compound X, Y and Z respectively are, right? And the options given to you here are option A, this, B, C and D. Now the question itself says X is a metal carbonate. That means it cannot be option B or cannot be option D, right? Now we have two options, which is option A and option C, right? So X, when we treat X with the mineral acid, it liberates a gas, right? So first of all, let us do the reaction of calcium carbonate with mineral acid, which is HCl. Now it is going to give us CaCl2 plus water plus carbon dioxide, and carbon dioxide is the gas, as you already know, right? Now it is said that when this gas is passed through substance Y, it gives back X. That means calcium carbonate, which is X, is given out when CO2 is passed through Y. Now what can Y be? So Y is definitely going to be calcium hydroxide. Alright, now coming to the next one, the substance Y on reaction with a gas obtained at anode during electrolysis of brine gives compound Z. Now Y, which is calcium hydroxide, when we treat calcium hydroxide with the gas liberated at anode, if you have studied the production of sodium hydroxide in the chapter acid, bases and salts, you must be knowing that at anode, when the electrolysis of brine is done at anode, the chlorine gas is released or evolved, right? So when this reaction happens, we get CaOCl2, right? And this is used for decolorization of the fabric, as you guys already know. So that is why our X is calcium carbonate, Y is calcium hydroxide, and this one Z is CaOCl2. I hope this is clear. So the first answer over here is option number A. Now coming to the question number 26. Which of the following is true about the two statements? First statement is the reactivity of aluminium decreases when it is dipped in nitric acid. Second one, the protective layer of aluminium nitrate is formed when aluminium is dipped in nitric acid. So what do you think? First one, you have to see the correct option. Is it A, that one is correct but second is wrong? Is it B, one is correct but second is correct? Okay, one is incorrect but second is correct. C, both the statements are correct and second is also the correct explanation of A. D, both the statements are correct but second is not the correct explanation of first, when the nitric acid and the aluminium is reacted, right? So what happens over here is aluminium, when reacted with nitric acid, forms Al NO3 whole thrice plus H2. This is aluminium nitrate. Alright, and the reactivity of aluminium decreases as HNO3 is an oxidizing agent. So both the statements are correct, and statement 2 is the correct reason for statement 1. So it is option C. Coming to question number 27. Generally, non-metals are not conductors of electricity. Which of the following is a good conductor of electricity? This is a very easy and simple question. So you already know the non-metal which is a good conductor of electricity is graphite, right? Because it has free electrons present in it. Alright, now coming to question number 28. Very important question again according to exam point of view. When the metal X is treated with cold water, it gives base Y, right? Metal is X, base is Y. Its molecular formula is XOH. Molecular mass is 40 and liberates a gas Z, which especially catches fire. Here X, Y, Z, R. Right? So X is a metal, Y is a base, and Z is a gas. So here we can see in option A, X is a metal, Y is a base, Z is a gas. It can be the answer. In option B, X is a gas. So it is wrong. Option B is wrong. Here also X is given as a gas, and in this also X is given as a base, but X is a metal. So yeah, it is pretty simple. Option A is the correct option. Now coming to question number 29. Sodium hydrogen carbonate when added to acetic acid evolves a gas. Which of the following statements are true about the gas evolved? Right? So is it that the gas turns lime water milky? It extinguishes a burning splinter. It dissolves in a solution of sodium hydroxide. It has a pungent odor. So the four options are 1 and 2, B 1, 2 and 3, C 2, 3 and 4, D 1 and 4. So you have to see. So first, in order to solve this question, you must know the gas which is actually present or evolved, right? So let me just write this equation for you. We have sodium hydrogen carbonate reacting with acetic acid, which is CH3COOH. When it reacts, it gives us CH3COONA, which is sodium acetate, plus water plus carbon dioxide. So the gas over here is carbon dioxide. So you already know that carbon dioxide turns lime water milky. Of course, it can extinguish a fire. It dissolves in a solution of sodium hydroxide. Yes, when sodium hydroxide is reacted with carbon dioxide, it gets dissolved. But does it have a pungent odor? No. The pungent odor is for the sulfur gas, right? So this is wrong. So it is option B, 1, 2 and 3. I hope it is clear. If you have any doubts, you can put it in the comments section. Alright. And also I'm going to upload a link of this particular PDF in the description box. You can get this PDF from there. Coming to question number 30. Generally, non-metals are non-lustrous. Which of the following non-metal is lustrous? This is a very simple question. So you must be knowing this, right? So the sulfur, oxygen, nitrogen or iodine. So it is iodine, as you know, it is very lustrous. It is a shiny non-metal, right? Now coming to assertion and reasoning question. Question number 31 is the first assertion and reasoning question in this particular paper. Right? So the assertion says on adding sulfuric acid to water, the resulting aqueous solution get corrosive. Reason, hydronium ion are responsible for the corrosive nature. So you have to first see whether the statements themselves are correct or not. And then you have to see whether the reason is the correct explanation of the assertion or not. So both the statements are correct, right? So the hydronium ions are definitely responsible for the corrosive action of the above, right? So the answer will be both assertion and reasoning are true, both assertion and reasoning are true, and reason is the correct explanation of the assertion. Option number A. Now coming to question number 32. Second assertion reasoning. When the iron nail is dipped in the copper sulfate solution, iron nail is dipped in the copper sulfate solution, iron nail becomes brownish in color. This is a very simple reaction, you guys. You must be knowing this reaction, okay? There is one particular very beautiful diagram shown in your books as well for this displacement reaction, right? So the brownish color and the blue color of the copper sulfate fades, right? So this is correct. When iron is reacted with copper sulfate solution, you get FeSO4 plus copper, right? The color of FeSO4 changes and also the iron becomes brownish because of the formation of copper, right? Reason equation represents this change is Cu plus FeSO4 plus CuSO4 plus Fe. Is it the correct reaction? I have written the reaction over here, right? It is not the same reaction. Here the metal is Cu, here it is iron. So this is wrong, right? The reason is wrong. So assertion is true, but the reason is false, right? Now coming to question number 33. Assertion. All plants possess autotrophic mode of nutrition. Reason. Due to the presence of green colored pigment chlorophyll in them. So you have to see whether the statements are correct or not, right? So all plants possess autotrophic mode of nutrition. This is the correct assertion, right? Now the reason is due to the presence of chlorophyll in them. As you guys already know, chlorophyll is an essential component for the process of photosynthesis to take place, right? So that is why. So option A is the correct option, that both assertion and reasoning are true, and reason is the correct explanation of assertion. I hope this is clear to all of you. If it is not, you can let me know. Now coming to question number 34. Assertion. When light travels from one medium to another, the direction of propagation of light in the second medium changes, right? Now the reason is light travels with different speed in different media. So yeah, both the statements are correct, right? And also the direction of the propagation changes because of the difference in the speed of the different medium, right? Of the light in the different medium. So the option A is the correct one. Now coming to the next question. Which of the following phenomena occur when the small amount of acid is added to water? So when the small amount of acid is added to water, you must know which of the following occur, right? So is it ionization, neutralization, dilution, and salt formation? The basic thing which you have to notice over here is that the acid and the water are given over here, not the acid and the base. And sometimes you get confused and you think that it is a base given over here and you go for the option 2, right? So you have to be very, very careful. Now, when the acid is added to water, of course, dilution occurs and there is a little amount of ionization also. So it is 1 and 3, right? So option B is the correct option. Coming to question number 36. Which of the following statement is or are correct for the balanced chemical equation? Alright, balanced chemical equation. First, number of molecules are conserved in the chemical change. Second, number of atoms are conserved in the chemical change. Third, mass is conserved in the chemical change. Is it 1, 2 or 3? 1 only, 2 and 3 and 1 and 3. So do you think the molecules are conserved in the chemical change? No, the molecules are never conserved in the chemical change. Yes, the atoms are conserved, and yes, the chemical equation is balanced on the conservation of mass only, right? So mass is always conserved. So it is 2 and 3. So option C is the correct option. Coming to question number 37, which of the main toxic waste that kidney filters from blood, right? Which of the following is the waste which is filtered by the kidney, right? Is it ammonia, uric acid, urea or water? This though you should know, right? This is a very simple question. It is urea, all right? It is the waste which is filtered from our blood by the kidney. Correct? Now coming to question number 38. Conversion of excess of ammonia acid into urea is done in, right? Where is the conversion of excess of amino acid into urea is done? Is it lungs, large intestine, liver, cloaca, right? So as you guys already know, liver is the one responsible for doing this. Now, here are some physics questions for you all. So question number 39 says, a concave mirror produces 3 times magnified enlarged real image of an object placed at 10 centimeter in front of it. Where is the image located? So we are going to use the formula of magnification, which is m is equals to minus v by u. U is given to you, m is given to you, right? So m is going to be minus 3. Why minus 3 is because the magnification is 3 times. Why minus is because it is a real image. As you know, it is going to be minus, right? So minus 3 is equal to v you have to calculate, and u is given as minus 10. Why minus 10 is because of the sign convention, right? So the object is placed in front of the mirror, correct? So in front of the mirror, so it is going to be minus u, correct? So it is going to be minus 3. Now when you solve it, it's going to be 30 centimeters is equals to minus v, and v is going to be minus 30 centimeters. So it is option C. Coming to question number 40, right? Let me just erase it for you. Now question number 40 says, a doctor has prescribed a corrective lens of power 1.5 diopter, positive, okay? The focal length of a lens is, right? So you have to know the formula of the power, which is power is equals to 1 upon focal length, correct? And the power is given to you as 1.5 diopter is 1 upon focal length, right? If you solve this, focal length is going to be 1 upon 1.5. So it will come out to be 0.67 meters, right? When you convert it into centimeter, it is going to be 67 centimeter, right? So the option A is the correct option. Coming to question number 41. Four-chambered heart is characteristic feature of fishes, amphibians, reptiles and mammals. As you know, the mammals have four-chambered heart. Humans are also mammals. So we have four-chambered heart, left, right, up and down, right? So we have four-chambered heart. So it is option number D. Question number 42 says, oxygen is carried by dash cells. Is it white blood cells, red blood cells, muscle cells and nerve cells? So as you guys already know, the oxygen is carried by the blood cells only, right? So muscle cells and nerve cells do not carry oxygen. So blood cell contains two types of cells, white blood cells and red blood cells. So white blood cells are the fighters of our body, correct? So they protect us from the diseases, right? Or the foreign bacteria, viruses, everything. But red blood cells are the ones which carry oxygen. Okay, so it is option number B. Coming to question number 43, which is extremely important from exam point of view. All right, so it says if the refractive indices of the medium is 1.2, then the light will pass through this medium with a velocity of 2.5 into 10 raised power 8 meter per second, 3 into 10 raised power 8 meter per second, 3.6 into 10 raised power 8 meter per second, or 4.8 into 10 raised power 8 meter per second. So you have to first know the formula of the refractive index, right? I'm solving it for you here. Refractive index of the medium is given by the velocity of the light in the air divided by the velocity of the light in the medium. So the velocity of light in the air is always 3 into 10 raised to the power 8. As you already know, refractive index is given to as 1.2, and you have to calculate the velocity of light in the medium, right? So the velocity of light in the medium is going to be equal to 3 into 10 raised to the power 8 divided by 1.2. So your answer when you're going to solve this is going to be equal to 2.5 into 10 raised to the power of 8 meter per second. Okay, so it is option number A. I hope this is clear to you. So question number 44. Which statement best describes the property of light waves illustrated in the diagram below? As you can see over here, the refraction of light is shown, right? This is the rarer medium, this is the denser medium, and the pencil is appearing a little bit higher than it actually is. So you have to tell us which of the following reason is the correct one, right? Some material absorb light waves, some material refracted by some materials. Light waves are refracted by some material, light waves are emitted by some material. Some materials absorbed by light waves is absolutely not correct, obviously. Some material refracted by some material is also wrong, because the materials are not refracted by materials. The light is refracted by the material, right? Light waves are refracted by some material. C option. Light waves are emitted by some material. No, right? So option C is the correct one. Coming to question number 45. What is the frequency of the violet color of the wavelength 4000 Armstrong? Right? So you have to calculate the frequency of the violet color. The wavelength is given to you over here. So let me tell you a very important formula which is going to be very, very helpful in solving these kind of questions. If you already know this formula, well and good, but if you don't know, please note it down. It is extremely important. All right. The formula is C is equals to nu lambda, where this is the frequency of light, this is the wavelength, and this is the speed of light in air. ठीक है? In air. Okay, so this formula, which is C is equals to nu lambda, is extremely important one. Please learn this formula. All right, now let us just solve it. Okay, so you have to calculate the frequency and the wavelength is given to you. So wavelength is given as 4000 Armstrong. So 4000 Armstrong is also equal to 4000 into 10 raised to the power of minus 10 meter, because 1 Armstrong is always equal to 10 raised to the power minus 10 meter. This also you have to learn if you don't already know it. All right, so we have our wavelength as 4000 into 10 raised to power minus 10 meter, or it can be written as 4 into 10 raised to the power of minus 7 meters. I hope this is clear to you, right? Now we are going to solve it. Now C is equals to nu lambda, right? Now C is 3 into 10 raised to the power 8. It is the speed of the light in air. Frequency we have to calculate, and then we have 4 into 10 raised to the power minus 7. Now on solving this, we are going to get, now I'm going to solve it here. Okay, 3 into 10 raised to the power 8 divided by 4 into 10 raised to the power of minus 7 is going to be your frequency. Now if you are going to solve it, you are going to get 0.75 into 10 raised to the power of 13, right? Is it correct? So if you solve it, please solve this question, guys. Please, it is extremely important. All right, solve it and let me know if you are not able to get the correct answer. Okay, please let me know in the comment section. I will explain it to you again. Right, when you solve it, you are going to get 0.75 into 10 raised to the power 13 hertz. All right, or it can be written as 7.5 into 10 raised to the power 14 hertz. So the option option C is the correct option. Now coming to question number 46, air is not visible because of course air is not visible, as we all know, right? The reason for it can be, first, is nearly a perfectly transparent, neither absorbs nor reflects light. C, transmits the whole of light. D, all of above. So we know air is transparent. Of course, it can neither absorb nor reflect light. We know that if light is passing like this, it will continue passing in the same manner, right? So it is not going to absorb the light or reflect the light, right? It transmits whole of the light, of course, right? If we have an air present over here, so light when passes through it is going to be directly transmitted, right? It is not going to reflect or refract or whatever, right? So all of the options are correct. So option D is the correct answer. Coming to question number 47. In vacuum, the speed of light depends upon, right? So in general, the speed of light always depends upon the medium in which the light is traveling. Correct? So it does not depend upon the frequency, wavelength, or the velocity of source of light. It always depends upon the medium. And in vacuum, there is no medium, right? There is no air, there is nothing. So it is not going to be affected by these three. So the answer is option number D. Now coming to the composition of Aqua Regia, extremely important and simple question at the same time, right? This though you must know before sitting for exam, right? So Aqua Regia is the mixture of concentrated nitric acid and concentrated hydrochloric acid. Okay, the mixture of nitric acid and hydrochloric acid, and both are concentrated, and the ratio is always 1:3. All right, it is always 1:3. So concentrated nitric acid is 1 part and 3 parts are of concentrated hydrochloric acid. So, and also the acids are both are concentrated. So option A is wrong because you have been given with dilute HCl, right? Option B is also wrong because dilute and HNO3 is given to you. Option C is extremely correct. Option D is wrong because dilute you have concentrated acids, of course, right? So option C is extremely correct because 1 part of concentrated nitric acid and 3 parts of concentrated hydrochloric acids are given to you, right? So option C is the correct option. So we are done with section B over here. Right now, in the next video, which I'm going to bring very soon for you guys, before your exams only, I will bring that video for you. Right, till that time, please watch this video very carefully. Try to solve each and every question, as these are very important questions. Right, please put your comments. Let me know if you have understood everything or not. If there is anything that you have not understood, please put it in the comments section and I will definitely revert to you back. All the very best for all your exams. You are going to kill it, I'm sure. All the very best. Please stay positive and stay safe. Bye-bye. Take care.